All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John here from Pro Craps on our Casino Gaming TV channel here. Live show every day, 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific. So what we're going to start with today is what we've been starting with this whole week. We're going to keep running. Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooter has issued, not a challenge, but he's just trying to see what people will do with it, which is this. It's basically a bet on yourself strategy with one limitation, two actually. One limitation is your bankroll. You have 350 in your rack. And again, this short stack of 350 is yours because either you've already won your goal and this is your excess that you're about to leave the casino and say, let me just take one shot at it because I'm the shooter, so I'll put this money at risk. Or you got your butt handed to you and you got 350 left. And that's what we're gonna play with. So either way, that's all you've got. And I guess the assumption is that you've got a cab coming or something, so you have 4 rolls. You're only gonna get 4 rolls here. So not including the come out, you get 4 rolls, but you are the shooter, so you gotta play the come out roll, okay? He said $15 table, I'll just do it at a quarter. I'll put a quarter on the pass line on myself for the 4 rolls. You know, I thought about doing it actually going from the don't here, like I probably normally do, but when I'm the shooter, I'll play from here on the pass line, especially given that I've been there for a while and my throw is kind of quote unquote dialed in. So we'll do the pass line bet here. And again, betting on myself, what I'm gonna do is bypass the come out roll, get a point established, and then we'll start playing up in here. Now I've got a couple of ideas for things I can do here. And I'll show you the way that I would normally probably do this last 4 rolls on myself, but there's something I wanted to try today just to see how it would work. I played with it last night and I had fun doing it, although I'm not sure I do it with my actual money. So let's just go ahead and get a point established first. I'm gonna come back here to my shooting station. I'll get them set up. And again, I'm gonna first throws of the day. I'm just gonna throw hard ways here and we'll see kind of what the tosses look like this morning. And here comes the first shot out of the gate. It's gonna be a 6-2-8, easy 8. That's gonna be our point. Now what I'm gonna do is take the quarters. I'll take 4 quarters here. We're gonna go grab all the hard ways. Number 1 out of the gate, if I've only got 4 rolls from this point forward, I'm gonna hopefully land on one of these. This is gonna reduce how much money I can play out here. However, 4 roll strategy, looking for a kind of a home run here if I can hit one. So we're gonna get the hard ways going for sure. And then with what's left here in the rack, what I've got is 2 1/4 left, which means I can go 220 inside. That's one way of doing it, right? Grab 20 on each of these, right? And grab 20 bucks on the 6 and the 8 and call it good. That would be a way to do it. It's probably what I would actually do. If I was doing this, I'd probably do this. I might actually do more of an even number thing and really try and hammer the hard ways. Likely I'm gonna be here 220 inside, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do something of a hop strategy. And because we're gonna be, 4 rolls out, maybe we can get lucky in here and do some hopping magic. Okay, what if we did something like, and I'll get the bet set and then I'll pay for them from my stack. And what if we hopped all the easies for whatever we could? We'll say $10 on the 2 9s, $10 on the 2 6s and the 2 8s, $10 on the 2 5s, and we'll do, if I can do it, I think I can do $10 on the 4 and 10. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks. Okay, there's 100 bucks to hop all the easies. So now we got the easies hopped. We've got $125 left in our rack and all the hard ways being played. An option here is to take this 125, and I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and get 110 inside. Actually, I'll do it like this. I'll do the 5, 6, and 9. And of course, I need quarters here for the pennies, for the nickels for that. We'll get the 6 at 30 bucks. And I'll take this 25, 35, 45 bucks and come back behind the 8. Okay, that's gonna be my play. Based on the point, we'll take our odds. Maybe we get lucky. I wonder if this money is better spent doubling up in here, going a little heavier up top. Maybe a $60 6 that I could hit twice with a little bit of odds back there. I don't know. This odds play back here is kind of garbage. I'm just basically burning 15 bucks for no reason. I'd rather have a chance to hit this 2 times than hit this one just once for the same investment. So I'm gonna leave it on the 6. We're just gonna go all in. So the 6 is gonna be a good one for us. We'll get paid on the hop, the place bet, maybe the hard way. We'll see what happens. And that's it. That's my setup. I'm going to burn all the money going inside light with hops on the easies. And again, for real, I'd probably go 220 inside and call it good. But let's play it like this and see what happens for 4 rolls. If I can avoid big red here, and again, first throws of the day, who knows what's going to happen. If I can avoid it, okay, these are going to pay okay, right? You've got $100 out here. Each one of these pays 150, or I'm sorry, 300 with $10 on them. So you lose 100, you win 3. That's 210 and down for each one of these things. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's not a bad little win. We can pull off an easy number. What we're missing is the field. So anything comes out, any horn number comes out, we're going to be burning $100. That's going to suck big time. But again, with 4 rolls, let's see if we can't make it happen with 4 rolls. Oh, that was a tough shot there. There's a 3-1-4. It's an easy 4. So we're going to lose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We're going to win 300. So our net is going to be 210. I'm going to pay it like this. 210. Okay, or actually it's 220. My bad, 220 or 2. Sorry, it'll be 310 minus 90. Excuse me. So our net is going to be. Why am I such an idiot? It's $300. Let's just do it like this. We'll pay it right. $300 down here. 90 has to come back to replace the other ones. I'll take this, and we'll get back 10 change. So it's 210 to the rack. That's hit number 1. 210 to the rack on the easy 4. That's great. We're going to lose our hard 4 for a quarter, and I really should put that back. I'll take my $100, get my greens, put that hard 4 back, and we're up a little bit. Not really up, so to speak. Our money out here on the table is what it is, but we made 1 hit, which is good. Let me mark that up, actually. We'll mark out 1 hit in the come so we know where we are. 1 down. Again, let's try and get a nice, easy throw instead of that hard crap I just threw. 3, 2, 5, easy 5. Okay, so what'll happen here on the 5 is this. We'll get paid, of course, $35 here. And again, we'll get 210 and back up for everything else. The same thing is going to happen. It's going to win 300. We're going to lose 90. We're going to net 210 out of that. So we're going to go back to the rack with our 210. That's roll number 2. And our rack right now feels like there's our 350 that we started with. And here's about 50, 75 bucks that we're locked in on profit on. No matter what happens here, we're locked in on at least 75 bucks. So it's worked out so far. And again, only because I'm hitting easies. Here we go. Roll number 3. That's going to be a 5-1 easy 6. So here, 50 pays 70 on the place bet. And the same thing out here. We lose all 90. We lose 9 of these shots up here. We're going to get paid 210 and back. 210 and back. So there's a pretty good little win. That's roll number 3. We're now locked in pretty good. Let's take these reds in here. We'll take the greens. And we'll, of course, take those 2 new blacks. And we've about doubled our money here. 3 rolls in. Looking pretty good. Not going to press. We're just going to replace. And same bet the world. Here's our last roll's coming right here. Can I avoid big red? Yesterday we 7'd out really quick. Let's see how today works out. Today we get a 5-2-7. So we do end up getting burned up in here. We lose everything else, which really pisses me off. I would have loved to have gotten 3 rolls. Man, I tell you, it's hard to get 4 rolls. That money shot is a bear. Now again, I give myself the excuse, if you want to call it that, of just waking up, walking down here, and throwing 4 dice for the first time today. But there it is. There's our play of the day. And we still ended up okay, right? We have 25, 50 there. We have 100 in greens here. So we take these out and get a couple greens for them. We take these out and get a black for them. We still ended up with $360 in win. We doubled our money. Missed out on the last shot. The last one would have been great had we doubled up there or hit a hard way or something like that on the way out the door. That would have been super nice, but didn't work out perfectly, but I'll take it. That's a fun way to do it. Again, I probably would have done 220 inside would have been my preferred way. If it was me really shooting at a casino, that's what I would have done with that extra money there. And it would have been fine. We would have hit the 5 and the 6 twice. We had 3 inside hits. No, we had 4, 5, and 6 we hit. So we would have had 2 inside hits at the $70 level and been okay. We would have actually lost money on that. Hopping today actually was the winner of the day. So there it is. There's my HCS 4-roll challenge today with hops. Again, I'm not a big believer in hop play. I'm not a huge fan of it. There's a world where that works. We've seen Waylon play with a bunch of hopping stuff recently, and like I said, you got to have some bankroll to get through that to make that thing work. But for 4 rolls, I thought, what the hell? Let's try it with a hop. I'm more comfortable box betting and repeating than I am just dropping hop bets out there. But today, we rolled the easies every time, so it seems like it worked. So there it is. All right, so good morning. Dr. S, first in the gate today. There's no prize. I wish I had prize money. Maybe someday I'll be rich enough that I can say the first person in gets a 4-pack of chips or something every day, but not quite there yet. But yeah, good deal. Yeah, you're saying, please send me a lammer. No, I really, it's actually interesting you say that because I just ordered the lammers. So I have to order them in lots of 300. So I ordered 600 lammers. I ordered, let me get them for you. I only have 20 left of my actual lammers, but here they are, right? If you haven't seen these, the PC lammers, they're really cool. The guys that have these know what I'm talking about. These things are really high quality, not because I made them. The company I bought them from, this is not just a piece of plastic. This is like legit good like weight. So they're $2 a piece now. That's what they cost me. So I just bought 600 of them. I bought 300 in black and 300 of them in white. Because you see the black, you all say you can't see the blacks when I'm in my rack here, so I have to use white chips when I'm playing at the black level. So I bought 300 white ones too. So I'll have 600 of these things in my hands after DiceCon. So if people do want them, I'll be able to start sending these things out and maybe putting a group of 20 up there for purchase or something like that. So if you want them, we'll do it. But yeah, I think the first person ought to start getting something. I think I appreciate the fact that you raced for that. And it's pretty cool. Good morning, Albert. Good to see you. Vince is overthinking the perpetual pressing. It's actually the easiest strategy ever. I think that strategy, I'm calling it the permanent press now, by the way. I don't know why. Perpetual is like you're never stopping, right? The permanent press also indicates to me permanence. And you just go, and until you have your win goal. I'll do it today with about $2,000, I think is my bankroll. And when I do it, I did it last night at $10,000 and just try to win 500. I don't think I ever didn't win 500. As long as you keep your win goals at like 5% or so, you can rip this thing out. The math gets squirrely. In the end of it, the math gets squirrely. And what I started doing was double pressing if I got to a certain point. So I would go with a 110 press until I started earning more than 220 on every hit. And then I went to a 220 press. I just never collected into the rack until I got to goals. So I was aggressive with it. It worked out pretty good. We'll play it out today and see how it goes out. Good morning, SJ. How are you doing? And I see that Mike from On Point is here as well. Good. Let's see. Vince is here. Ramping up fast. What's interested? I think ramping up fast is the way to go. I think if you're just going to stay at the 66 or the 22 every single time or the 110 every single time, you will bog down in the details. If you increase the press by the max you can increase it, in other words, going from 110 to 220 to a 330 press, when you press it at 220, your very next hit, you're going to win 380. You can press right away to 330 and just rock that thing until you've got, $1,100 out there. Your next hit is going to be like 760 or something like that. And you're at goal with that hit. You're actually over goal with that hit. If you can get to 4 or 5 hits with it, you're great. You need the bankroll to come back. Following a 7 out, you got to come back hard. You got to come back with the whole thing. It can be expensive. You need a big bankroll, but it totally works out. Let's see. Who else is here that I want to talk to? I have a question for you all. Actually, good morning, Brian. Good to see you here. I'm behind in chat, obviously, but I have a question. Chris from Sideshow Gamble. Let me get the screen up here. Let's do the screen here. Chris from Sideshow has been running the challenge, right? I don't know what he's called it. I'm calling it Pass the Rack. I don't know what else if you give it a name. But he started with $500. He won 750 or won 250. Passed the rack over to Dice Degen. Dice Degen played it out. His job was to win 50%, and then pass the rack to somebody else. That person's job, win 50% of that, pass the rack, and on we go forever, right? One thing I wanted to do, and I sent Chris at Sideshow an email or a Slack message to ask him what he's okay with me doing. I want to know what you're okay with doing. Answer me this question in chat. Do you want me to talk about it every day? Because I think what's happened is Chris passed it to Chris, Dice Degen. He ran it, did a good job with it. I would like to come back the next day and say, hey, it got passed over to Chris. He ran this strategy. Here's how it worked out, and actually give like my thoughts and a review on how he played it out and what the total was. And then the next day when that gets passed and the next person does their video on it, do the same thing. But I also don't want to give the answer away. Like, I don't want to let y'all know like who did it, like and who got the thing passed to them, number one, and how they did, because I want you to watch the videos. The whole point of this is to pass the rack and have y'all watch videos. So what do you all think about that? About me reviewing or talking about what happened in the Pass the Rack series every day as it happens. I'm just gonna watch everybody's videos until I see them come out, but what do you all think? Do you want me to talk about it? Do you want me to not talk about it? Do you want me to wait 24 or 48 hours to talk about it? What do you think is the thing here? Because I think that it makes it, I think it makes for an interesting conversation to look at how everybody did it. And in fact, what Brian's doing here with this 4-roll challenge, I see that Waylon has done it. I'm not sure who else has run this thing, Brian, but I think it's also cool. That one I could do, I think, without having to wait. But reviewing how people did it would be super fun, right? How did people handle the 4-roll challenge? Waylon lost everything on the second roll, right? I think you came back, right? You can come back with the hops. It's just interesting. I don't know. I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to give it away either. So let me know what you think. When can I do it? One player behind, sure, I can do that. I can talk about what happened, but how do I know one player behind? Because I don't even want to say who went yesterday. Like I'm afraid to say today who went yesterday. I know who went. I know what they did. I know who has the ball right now. Is today too soon to talk about yesterday's thing? Or should I wait until tomorrow to talk about yesterday's thing, which makes it 2 days? That's kind of what I'm getting. Right, because people may take a couple days to get to the video. That's kind of what I'm talking about, right? So you see Waylon, you booger, you just gave it away. So there it is. Now we can talk about it. So Mike did a good job. But that's what I'm getting at, right? I know Mike won. I know who he passed it to. But if I say that right now, Mike won and passed it to somebody, it gives it away and there's no reason to watch Mike's channel. You follow what I'm saying? So that's what I'm after. So maybe chat me up or maybe talk about it over in the Discord and just let me know. Again, your show, not mine. I think it'd be fun to talk about what everybody did and see how they attacked the challenge. It's interesting because Chris started it with $500, different mindset at $500 than at $2,000, which is where it is now, right? You get a rack with $2,000 in it. You can play it a whole different way than you would if you were at 500. You can build from 2,000 to 1,000 in 30 different ways. From 500 to 250, you got more work to do because you don't have as much room to run. So I think it's interesting how people are taking it, but anyway, that's that. So if you want to hear about it, you let me know. And again, I'm going to work most of the day on the Friday Night Fights app. I'm going to try and finish it out. The data's working good. I just got to make it look not so ugly, and that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to work on that today. Tomorrow, we can start taking live signups. So if you want to play, get your fingers ready to click that mouse. Tomorrow, we're going to be live signups for the Friday Night Fight. That's going to be good. Everybody watch it. I'm glad if everybody's watching it. I hope that those videos are getting, I hope you guys are seeing in your YouTube stats, by the way, like, your normal video watching and then a big spike on the day that you do the challenge. I think that's kind of cool. One thing we should probably do, I'm not sure if Chris has you doing this. That's okay. One thing I think we should do, is make sure we all use the same hashtag on it. Every video that I do where I talk about it, I'll use the hashtag. We'll call it Sideshow Challenge or something. And if you re-edit your videos and put Sideshow Challenge as the hashtag, folks can follow through. And if we use the same words in the title, Sideshow Challenge number 1, number 2, number 3, that way somebody can watch them in the right order and just search for it and find it. So let's make it easy for people to find your videos by using common titles and common hashtags. So I'll work with you all separately on that. All right, let's go play craps. Let's go do some things. I want to talk to you about this idea here that I got. This came up yesterday, actually. I'm not going to talk about the pass the rack until tomorrow. Big bankroll plays. We talk about this all the time, and I want to give you a visual on it today. This is not a this versus that thing. It's a this with that thing. I got something crossed out for some reason. Here's my thinking. I like to play, you know how I like to play. Most of the time I play with a set bankroll, a set number per shooter, right? The rule of tens. My bankroll gets divided into 10. I play for 10 shooters. I have this much at risk per shooter. It's the cannonball strategy. It's I'm going to take my shot. We're going to take our shot. We're going to take our shot. That's how it's going to play most of the time. However, Waylon's taken the world by storm by reintroducing everybody to the Dalen Bear system, right? The laddering up, laddering down. We've been doing this permanent press thing for a few weeks back, which I think is fun. And again, these are good strategies if you've got massive bankroll. And because it takes massive bankroll to play them, I'm going to use a massive bankroll today to play them both. And I want you to take a look at the differences between the ladder and the permanent press. And I want you to focus on, as we do this, not so much the strategies themselves, although they're both pretty cool. I want to focus on the risk level that you're at each point in the strategy. I'm going to play them this way. Here's how we're going to go. The inside permanent press. I'm going to go with 110 inside. We're going to press 22 bucks inside on every hit. So every time I take a win, I'm going to go 22 inside and keep on doing it. If I get to a point where I'm winning more than 44, I'm going to press by 44. I'm going to basically increase that until I hit my goal. My goal is going to be 250 today. For both bankrolls, 5,000 bucks to win 250. It's 5% win. Not a big win percentage, but it's a specific dollar amount that I'm targeting, okay? On the 110 inside ladder, which is Waylon's ultimate inside strategy, we're going to basically treat the 110 inside as a single unit. So if I lose on a 7, the 110 goes away, we come back up, and every bet goes up by a quarter. We lose that, every bet goes back up by a quarter. We win, we're down by a quarter on all the bets. We win, we're down by a quarter on all the bets. We're just going to up and down the entire thing as a single unit. And we're going to be same betting at the base level. I think I've got that strategy right. If Waylon, if I'm saying that wrong, correct me in chat, but that's it. It's 110. We're going to go up 110 and down 110 every single time we get a hit or a miss. That's how it's going to be. That strategy works to come out. It never is off. It's one of those I don't give a you know what strategies. Right? It's working the come out the whole time. The inside permanent press will not be working the come out rolls. On that one, I relax on the come out. I'll forego a payment if it comes, but I will work the inside only with the puck. I don't want to take, with the inside permanent press, you could be out there for 880 at some point, okay? Which is a real thing. You can get yourself up there to 880, and frankly, 3 come out 7s in a row will take 880. You put 880 back, it takes it again, it takes it again. You can be out, 3K in 3 rolls. So I will not work the come out on that one. Waylon's strategy goes up by a unit, not by the entire bet. It's not a martingale of the loss or a replacement of the loss. So I think that one can stand it a little better to work the come out, and that's the way that Waylon plays it anyway. So we're going to work the come out. Everything's a unit, up and down we go. That's going to be so let me go ahead and get the roll tracker. I'm going to do it while I'm sitting here. I'm going to get the roll tracker reset. There it is. Clear the rolls history. Get that in. I'm going to walk back to the table. We're going to set them both up. It'll take me a second here to get them ready to play with. And then off we go. Here we go. We're going to get there. I'm going to bring out some racks here. I'm going to put them over here. We're not going to use anything in the hops area at all today. And how I'm going to play this is this. We're going to have 2 bankrolls. Let's see. This guy here is 1. I need a 3rd rack. I'm going to play 3 racks today. And how I'm going to remember which one is which is this. They've each got 2,500 bucks. All 3 racks do. Can you see them all? Or no, you probably can't see this one in front. There we go. Now you can see it, kind of. Boy, this new camera angle that I got is cool for some things, but it's tough on other things. And I've got this extra weird, hold on, let me get this thing out of here. I'm not sure what that's from. There we go. Now we can see better. All right, there's that one. The inside will be the inside player. And this person at the very bottom here, I'll switch it like this. This guy's gonna be our control experiment. I'm gonna have this player here just do a pass line with max odds. He's gonna go $10 and $100 every single shooter. He's just gonna be like our control. Pass line with max odds every single time. He's gonna be kind of like the math players sort of like, you know, foothold in reality is what he's gonna do. And again, looking to win 250. Can this guy win 250 before these guys win 250? Who knows, right? This is gonna be Waylon's inside ladder. This guy on top, on the backside of my rack up, or backside of my box is up here. He's gonna play the permanent press. Okay, and that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna basically run the 3 until we'll see when somebody hits 250, that somebody is done playing and they've hit their goal and they can just watch the other guys flail around and we'll see what happens, all right? So here we go. We're gonna come out and I'm gonna roll it all random. We're all gonna go random because again, I say this all the time and I actually somebody made a comment, I think it was Duracell, made a comment in my Discord yesterday when I made a statement about the pyramid of rolls always working out. It does always work out on random rollers. If you're a controlled shooter, not so much, but random rollers for sure. And so what I wanna do is always work my strategies like this against a completely random shooter. If you happen to be a controlled shot and you can get 3 or 4 inside hits, because you're a good shot, that's great. Your strategy works better, but it's got to work against random. Here we go. We're going to come out to a new number, randomly rolling it. It's going to be a 4-1-5. Point will be 5. Okay. And we'll take, again, on the line bet guy, we're going to take as many odds as we can. So for him, we're going to take 90 in odds. 90 will win him, whatever that is. So let's get $10 and change. The rack, and we'll get 75, 90 in odds for that player back there. The Waylon strategy in the middle, inside, is going to take 110 inside. We're going to go $100. There's 110. For 200, he gets $90 and change. We'll put all the nickels and quarters over here on this side. And what I'll do too, by the way, is as these things achieve color, I'm gonna color up and get blacks back over here so we can kind of keep our racks knowing where they are. Of course, in the casino, you're not gonna get color every single time, but I'm gonna keep coloring it up just to keep the racks, the visual here, so we know where we are, easier than having a billion green chips or red chips out there to try and keep track of. So we're gonna, in the casino, I would manage this with the lammers, obviously with greens and reds, but today to keep it visually clean, I'm gonna color up as I go in both racks. So that's Waylon, okay? Same thing up here, we're gonna go the same thing, we're gonna go 110 inside, across the back of the rack, or the back of the box rather, and we're gonna also get 90 in change. So these two players here are starting out at the exact same risk and level, and that's that. I should have had Waylon working on the come out, so I already blew it. He would have been set up and working on the 5. He would have gotten paid $35 out of the box. So he should have been working the come out. My bad. Got him paid. He's good. He's actually in profit, unlike everybody else. Here we go. Let's come out. Next number. It's going to be a 5 and a 5. It's a hard 10. So the first one was a 4-1-5. Let me get the roll tracker not in the box here. Hold on a second. I got to set this thing up perfectly for it to work. That's a 4-1-5 first. And then we had a 5-5 hard 10, which nobody is working the 10. All right, here we go. There's a 5-3-8, 5 and a 3. It's an 8. I can get my glasses on. I can't see the dice. 5-3-8. Cool. So Waylon in here, VUIS, gets paid $35 and racking money, baby, all day long. Up here, that's going to also get paid $35. He's going to go ahead and get a 22 inside press. So we're going to take that $10 back. We'll take this quarter. I'm going to make it look like 22 with 3 change. Back to his rack. He's going to look like this. Okay, we're going to go and press these guys up. Now he's at 42 on the 6 and the 8. 35 on the 5 and 9, those will pay, I'm sorry, 36 and 35, those will pay 42. All right, or 30, I'm sorry, 30 and 36 to pay 42. There's his quarter coming back to the rack. And We're going again. 538 a second time. That's great. 538. All right, that's going to pay 25, 35 up front. Just going to rack that puppy up. Back in here, we're going to get paid. I need to get some extra greens, some extra reds. 25, 35, 42. He gets paid 42 in the back. And again, it's going to be $22 of pressure with a quarter coming back to the rack. Let's get him pressed up. Now we've got 35 on the ends and 42 on the 6 and 8. That's going to get paid 49 or 50 for one if we get a hit in here again. All right. And actually, well, I don't know why I did this. I should be a smarter player than this, but this guy here can actually do 100. I don't know why it was thinking he had 90. He can have 100 back there. It's not reverse odds, it's true odds. There we go. All right, so it's 639 for our next one. I didn't mark the last couple numbers, damn it. We got paid on the 8, right? 628, and then another one, and now a 639. Okay, so the 9 here on the end, 35 in the front. Boy, I tell you what, if you can roll like this all day long, you don't need much strategy, right? And back here, that's going to get paid 50 for one. 50 for one to the rack. And he's going to go, oh, I don't have enough nickels. Darn it. We'll drop a quarter and go 22 pressure in the back. All right, so we're going to take the quarter. We're going to go 1, 2. Actually, we're going to go, because we're at the $50 level, I'm going to drop 2 quarters. And we're going to go to 44 press on the backside. We're going to be aggressive with him here and check our goal meter here in a second. Let me get some more greens and reds to play with back here. So we're going to go with the $44 press. Now that we got paid 50, we're going to bump this up by 44. That's going to be $10 on each of these. Of course, $12 here and here. And I'll break all the bets down for you in a minute. You can see all that, I hope. Okay. He'll get $6 in change for his 50. And the way the bets are going to shake out, these are going to end up being $45 on the ends. 5 and 9 will be 45 each. The 6 and the 8 are going to end up being $60. Okay, there's 25 in reds for each of them. Or sorry, there'll be $54. 54. 54 each on the 6 and the 8. 45 each on the 5 and 9. The way that these things will pay, we know that 30 gets 35. We know that 20 gets 28. Okay, so you add those together and you're at $63, right? That's how these are going to get paid back in here. All right, so I logged the 9 in, it looks like. Let's get another roll. There's aces in both places. Nobody cares about the aces. 1 and a 1. 5, 3, 8. Again, boy, I'm all over those 8s. Boy, you should be hopping the 8s today. All right, $35 for the UIS up front. Let's get a quick color here and make sure of where he is. Actually, I'll pay this guy first, and then we'll color up in there. That's going to pay $50, $63 back in here. Okay, and again, 44 inside pressure if we can do it. So there's, can I do with, I can do it like that. We'll do 25, 35, come on, John, 44. We'll do $44 out here. We'll take a quarter back to the house, okay? So I'll get some quick color here just to get these racks looking right. This UIS has collected 200 in green, which is fantastic. Wrong rack. So he's back. That's his initial bankroll. Plus this. This is the profit level. He's got, what is that? 25, 50. I'll bring the $50 back so you can see it. So the UIS right now has got 50, $65 in profit with a clean back to the beginning bankroll. That's great. This person here is still down their initial 200 and change, right? If we color them up real quick, that's going to be 100. And you've got about $80 or so in the rack. He's not quite back to being even. He's got about but this makes this about even, no profit just yet. Let's get him pressed up to 44 on the inside. And you'll see the next hit, we can go a little higher, most likely. There's going to be 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, and 2. So we press up the outsides. That becomes quarters. So the outsides will be $55. The insides, okay, if I do the exact same move, hold on a second. We had 54. We're going to go to 66. So 65, $66 for each of these. Okay, there's your $66 on the 6 and the 8. Let me get those things fixed up. $66. There we go. So now we're set. Okay, we've pressed up 44 on the inside. Okay, and what do these pay? Right, look at the 5 and 9. It's 35 and 35 pays 70 plus 7, $77. They all pay the same. So break one of them down so you know what you can expect as your payment. Now, if I look at the racks here, I've got 50, 100, 150, $200, and a bunch of nickels out here on the felt. Right? If I were to bring that back to my rack, I would have my initial bankroll plus about 150 plus about 80. So one more hit and this person's going to be at their goal. We're still waiting for the 5 to pay off here, okay? Here we go. I know it's a long explanation to get things right, but I want you to see the risk level here. This person here, still waiting for something magical to happen, right? They're still waiting for me to hit the point and get their first payment. When they get that first payment though, it's gonna be big, right? That's gonna be 10 here and $1.50 back there. They're gonna be almost to goal in one hit. We're working our asses off up in here. This guy here is just waiting it out, just having a stogie, letting this roll happen in front of him. Let's get it done. Here we go. That was a 2. There's a 6. Oh my God, another one. Woo! 6, 2, 8. That's got to be a record, right? 1, 2, that's 4 8s, and I might have missed one in the middle somewhere. That's crazy town. All right, so the 8's going to pay $35, okay? This is a boring demo if nobody ever loses anything, right? So that's okay. So it's 35 hours to the ultimate inside strategy. He gets racked up, and frankly, he's got $100. Okay, there's 3 greens, there's 5 reds. That's an exact 100. I'm just going to give it to him. So we have it in the rack. Because he's even in his rack, there's profit. $100 in profit. He's on his way, halfway to where he needs to be, okay? Back in here, we know we're gonna get paid 77, 75, 77. Now, we can take a look at our math here. So there's 77 here. Let's just make it look like 75. There's 100, 200, 300, plus a bunch of reds and stuff like that. We are within spitting distance of being at goal back over here. Let's go ahead and take it down. But remember where we are. Let's look at how close we are to the goal. Because there's 100. That makes this rack clean, which means everything out here is profit. 100, 200, and 40. And whatever's in here makes 250. He's done. This guy here is done. And Vince was saying the other morning here that he would make a chart for us, right? Charts help because charts tell you what your total on the felt is. I should know how much that adds up to, but it is what it is. Let's get our profit set. There's 400 or 4, that's 200. There's 250 plus this little bit extra. So there's the 200. There's the 50. So the permanent press just kept on going until they made it. There's 250. We'll take the 5 out of here. And he's got $11 in free money to go to the slot machine with. He made it. This guy here, completion successful. He's done. Okay. This one here has to work a little harder. This guy here, of course, is still working. Let's go. Let's keep playing it out. That one player's done, made their goal. They're out of the game. Here's a 12. 6 and a 6. 415. All right, good. That's really good. So we have $35 for the ultimate inside strategy. Working on his next part of the 250. The pass line player gets one there, and he gets 100.5 for his odds. 3-2. How does that look here in the rack? He comes back. All of this essentially is profit. If you look at his rack right there, there's his, he's $100 away from being where he started. Very close to being at goal. So we'll take, again, we can take these up here and color them up. His rack is right, which means everything that you see that's not over here right now is profit for him, okay? Coming back out, puck is off, Waylon's working. 415 again, back on the 5. $35 coming in. So now we're at 50, 70, 80 bucks. Looking over here, rather. We're at 80 bucks, almost to our 250 goal. In fact, 80 plus 110, I think we're there. We are there. If we take Waylon down, there's his 110. And we take this. There's his goal of 250. He's done. He's got extra profit of 30 bucks. So you got 250, 280. He's done as well. Point's going to be 5. This guy here, let's just come out with, I'll just do it like with the reds. Just to make it a little cleaner and easier. Pass line guys, a roll behind. Need to hit that 5 a second time. So let's log the 5 in, a 4 and a 1. And there's, oh, we had 5, and then we had another 5. A 4-1-5 a second time. Now it's a 5-2-7. Okay, so the 5-2-7 comes, and he gives back his profits, and he's going to keep on playing. So we're going to take a pause here and just assess. These two players made it. This player didn't make it, but they're at 0. They got a little bit of, they can start over again and work the strategy. They're still working out of the profit stack, so not terrible. Okay, let's reset. Take all the profits away, pretend like it never happened. Let's play it out again, because again, we didn't get a loss. So it's hard to make an assessment when you don't see a loss. I've done this to you before where I have an idea to roll a strategy out and everything happens perfectly. I think it was the day we did the 6 and 8 press, and I couldn't not roll a 6 and 8. So let's do it today. We'll try and hope to see a loss and watch these two guys recover a little bit. We'll come out here to a 10, and I forgot to get Waylon out there. So Waylon, I keep doing this to you. I'm sorry. You're at 110 inside with 90 change. Okay, Waylon, 110 inside, 90 change. This guy over here, same thing, 110 inside. With 90 change. Same deal. Okay, our point's going to be a 10, a 6, and a 4. 100 bucks in odds. And he actually needs 90 and change because his first $10 bet. All right, all the racks are right. Matter of fact, we all have the exact same $110 out here, which is kind of cool. Here we go. Puck is on. It's the 10. Let's see some loss. Let's get some losses. I want to see some people get beat. There's a $35 on the 8. Okay, ultimate inside. Taking that stuff right back to the house, right? And matter of fact, I'm going to take the greens, make it a black, right? And work that thing as best as I can, as quick as I can, okay? That's an 8, not a 7, by the way, that rolled. Back here, again, 35 bucks. 35 bucks. I'm going to take one of these and make it look like whites. We're going to leave 22 bucks out there and get pressed up. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, 36 and 30 on the back side. All right, it's a 5-3-8. Here we go. 6-4-10. Oh, wow, look at that. That's beautiful. 6-4-10. Nothing happens up in here. The pass line player is going to rock the world. He's going to get paid $220. So his bankroll back where he started, which is awesome. And he's back over here. He's actually done, right? In one hit, effectively speaking, he's done. He got back his initial bankroll because of the 2-to-1 payment back here. There's his pass line bet. He's got 100. Oh, he's not quite done. 75. There's 200. Yeah, not quite there. That'll be 100 for those. He's at 210 bucks, close to his profit, right? So we'll put that there and hold that aside. He's getting there. Maybe we got to come out 7 or 2 and he'll be fine. Again, we're pucks off. We're working here. And that was a 6-4-10, right? 6-4-10. Point made, puck off. Let's go. 415. 415. He's going to come out again with 100 bucks. We'll take it out of his profit. The ultimate inside gets paid 35. It goes right back to the rack. There's that. The guy in the backside here for 36 pays 42. 25, 35, 42. We're going to drop a nickel and get 22 inside pressure. That goes to 35, 35, and these go to 42. All right, everybody's pressed up where they want to be, collected where he wants to be. Again, we can take color out of these greens and start rebuilding our blacks, our black stack. Bankroll's getting close. Bankroll's getting close. Here we go. Did I log that in? A 415? 4 and a 1. All right. 6-4-10. Nobody's on it. Nobody cares. Oh boy, 3-2-5. Okay, so this is, again, another boring session here, but it's good for the guy in the front, right? The guy in the front is done. Our pass line winner in 2 quick shooters has done it. Okay, there's going to be 200. Yep. He's at 350, 370. That's pretty good, right? He's done. Made his money before everybody else did, right? A couple of pass line winners, and he's out with max odds. Done. The pass line players will tell you that that's what it's all about for them, right? It's the same total dollar in risk as this strategy here, but it's a home run versus picking up nickels. Like PJ says, you're picking up nickels in front of a steamroller. This is it. Boom, 150 win on that one, 200 on the last one. He's out, right? 2 nice home runs. Here, we're working, right? We're working hard up in here. So this 5 is going to pay 35 there. Come back to the rack. And again, we're working hard to get back where we need to be. There's 50. And there is also not quite 50. We'll get $100 once we get one more red back to that side of the rack. Back in here, that 5 at 35, that pays 50 for 1. Okay. 50 for the $1. And because we're at the $50 level, we're going to go ahead and do a $44 press. We're going to press this thing way up. So we're going to take this 50, we're going to get 6 change. We're going to aggressively go with a new $44 press back in here and try and get that goal as fast as possible. So there's that, and there's that. Those are going to go to 45. The 6 and the 8 are going to go to 54. 54 and 54. And again, if you're doing your math, you got to know where you are here. So this person that's playing the backside strategy, they're $100 light from where they started. What they've got out here is basically 100 in the middle. I'm down 1 too many green chips. They have 100 in the middle, $54 plus 45 on the outside. So there's about 200 bucks out here. That's not going to get them to goal. They need to get a couple more hits to get to their goal. This player here is done. Just going to watch the fireworks. There's a 5 and a 1. That's a 6. Point will be a 6. This person's off. UIS is working. That's 35 bucks. And that feels like I can color them up for another 100. Let's take the 5 reds out of here. You can just keep this thing hot so you can see it. Now his rack is complete, okay? There's the initial bankroll. He's got his 110 back, plus 30, plus 110. So he's now about 150 in profit if you count what's out here plus what's in there. So this ultimate inside strategy is about to be done. A couple more hits and we're gonna be okay. This person back here is not working that come out, okay? No payments yet. They gotta get an inside hit here. There's a 4 and a 2. That's gonna be a 6. That's gonna be the point as well. So the 4, 2, 6 is the point. I didn't log either one of those. So that's gonna be a 4, 2, 6, and a 4, 2, 6. I think I missed the whole last things on the roll tracker. I'm sorry. I wasn't typing in as I was going on those last points. So yeah, I got that screwed up. So the point was 5. Let me actually do this. Let me get rid of these here. I know I messed this up, so I'm sorry. That was a 3, 2, 5 to win, 4, 2, 6, and a 4, 2, 6. I think that we're good there, okay? So we're good there, all right? So the 4, 2, 6, again, we're gonna get paid here in the front. 35 bucks here. I don't think I paid Waylon yet, okay? And back in here, now that we're working, right? Again, 60 or 54 is gonna pay 63. So we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna pay 63, 50, $63 back in here, okay? But because I can go up by 44 again, I will go up again by $44. So there's 25, 35, 44, and I'm gonna rack a quarter. So we're gonna get him pressed up by another $44. While the puck is off, I'm gonna tell my dealers to do that for me, go 44 inside pressure. And we're gonna go ahead and get some reds for that. Get him ready for the next roll. 2, 2, 2, and 2. And how this shakes out on the ends, there's 6 there. So they're gonna go to $55 on both of the ends. And now we're starting to do some math. 55 on the outsides, the insides here, they're gonna go to 66, like the last time. Okay, so what do we have? 66 and 66, right? That's gonna be whatever that is, 120 and change, plus another 50, 100. So we're at 220 and change out here. We're still $100 light in here. We need one more hit on here to make it, and we'll be at goal. 639. New point's gonna be a 9. 6 and a 3. That's our new point. Again, getting paid back in here. Not quite where we can get a $100 chip yet. Or can we? We can. That's a $100 chip. There's 50. And there's 2 sets of 5. So we can get a black chip on the UIS, which is good. Again, keep things nice and easy to see. There's a black chip back here. That's $100 in profit, plus 110. So this strategy is at 210 in profit right now. This strategy here has about 50 bucks, plus about 220 or so out here. Not quite there yet. Here we go. Give me a 7. I want to see this thing lose. Damn it. 6 and a 1, or 5 and a 1. That's a 6. That rolled. It was a 5, 1, 6. So here we are, 25, 35 bucks up in here. So that's 145 out here, right? 110 plus 35, right? You're at 245. You're $5 away from your 250 goal, but we're not there yet. We're going to play this thing to 250 or bust. That's how it's going to be. Back in here. What's our level back here? We're at 516, so we're at 72 bucks. There's 72 coming in. And again, because I can do it, I'm gonna press this up as far as I can, okay? With a 70, again, that's 70, I'm sorry, 77, my bad, $77 win. $77 win back here. So we're gonna get 77 bucks. I'm gonna press that 66. I'm gonna take as much as I can and get the press as big as I can go with it. So let's go ahead and take 76 for 10. And I'm gonna get a $66 press on the inside. What that looks like is 3 more units on each. Now I'm going to break it all down as I go. 3 and 3 with 3 and 3. Now I'm going to have to break these up into better bets. Okay. So here it's going to be 50, 70 bucks on the 5 and the 9. On the 6 and the 8, I've got, it'll be 75 plus that, right? 75, $79. So this, 75, 84. Same with this 8, 75, 84. So they're up to 84. The 5 and 9 are up to 70. And again, we're just pressing here. 516. If we take a loss, we replace all what's out here. That's the secret here. This one here is going to ladder up. We haven't seen it yet. Let's go. I'd love to get a 7 right here. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Okay, 7. Now we can fight. This is good. This is a good thing. We're going to lose 110. Waylon's going to go down by 110. Now we get to see the systems work. Okay. He's going to come back out for double that. We're going to press everything up. So he's going to need 220, get 5 change, 220 to come out. It's going to be $50 on each one. And back in here, we have to do some math to see what's back here. Okay, this is going to be, so 50, 100, and 150, that's 250, plus 20 is 290, plus 20 is 320, plus another, what is this here, 10, 320, 330, 338 is what's out there. It's 338 on the felt. So 300, 25, 35, 38. 338 from our rack to the bank, replace my bets. Now we have work to do. This is great. And I think I'm getting up on my work time, but we have work to do now. Now both strategies got their butts kicked. We're 400 bucks down here, right? Waylon's only a couple $100 down. This person here just had to put out a whole bunch of money to get caught back up. Now, when you go down here, you're still looking now for 3 hits. We were 1 hit away from being at goal. Now we're gonna need to get 3 hits at these levels to make this thing work. All right, here we go. Coming out. This guy here, by the way, in the bar drinking. Loving life, he's in the bar. 628, that's gonna pay 70 up front. All right, we're gonna get paid 70 and we're gonna come down. Back to base. 70 bucks and back to base. There's actually a quarter for that. If I take all these quarters up here, there's 100. So Waylon is back and fighting again at the base level. Looking for more of those inside level base hits. If I take this red, that's 5 plus the 3 greens. He can basically say he's only down a couple $100, right? He's basically back in his rack where he should have been, up 110, right? So we put his rack back together again. He's in good shape. This person back here is in a world of hurt, okay? They're gonna have to get some hits here to make things work. Let's get a 628 logged in. 415, sweet. 35 bucks collecting up top. Or in front rather for me, right? And then back here, we're at 84, okay? 84 is gonna pay, I think, 96, is that right? So that's gonna be 70 and 28, $98. It pays $98. That's great, 98 bucks. So we're gonna pay that out, 98 bucks. I can actually do an $88 press. So I'm gonna take $10 in change and say $88 inside pressure. We're gonna go as max as we can, 88 bucks. That's gonna be $20, 4 units at each spot. We're gonna just beat the crap out of this thing at the levels that we can. When we get to the level that we can do it, we're gonna go ahead and do it. That'll be 24 for each of those. And now we'll get our bets reset and looking pretty. So I've got 20 and 20. That's gonna be 75. 90 bucks on the 5 and 9. Okay, On the 6 and the 8, we've already got 75. There's 100 and $8. So it's 108 on the 6 and 8, 75 on the 5 and 9. That's how that's going to shake out. So I'm going to take these away. $108. And 108. All right, we're all set. Pressed all the way to the sky. 415, by the way, 415. We'll log that in. Now we're ready to rock it. Okay, so 415. Now what's going to happen back here? Okay, 108 is going to pay like this. 90 we know pays 105, and then the extra 18 bucks pays another 21. So it's going to be, what is that? 126 coming back here on that. That's how we're going to get these things paid out. Okay. Here we go. I think that math is right. If we get one, we'll do the math together. Again, I don't have all these payments. I'm not a dealer. I'm not all memorized. 6, 4, 10. 6, 3, 9. Awesome. So we got a 9. Log that in. Ultimate inside gets paid 35 bucks. Working their way back to profit. Okay, he's at even. This becomes profit. Now where he's at is 110. Plus about 75, 85 bucks. He's almost to 200 bucks in profit. We'll be there in a second. One more hit for him, he's going to be just fine. Okay, back in here, the 9 again. 75 pays 105, right? 15 pays 18. I'm sorry, 15 pays 21. So it's 105 plus 21. That's 126. Okay, so there's 100. We'll do it like this. 125, 126. Okay. Now I can press it by 110 because I'm at 126. I can go to 110, but what's out here? Let's add this up. Okay. 75 and 75 is, or 99 is 180, 280, 380, 380 plus whatever that is, 380 plus 14 or something, right? So let's call this 400 bucks out here on the felt. What I've got here is I'm light by 300, right? So 400. If I fill up my rack to get right, that'd be 300 plus about $150. I'm not quite there. This person needs one more big hit to make it happen. Let's get a 110 press across the backside and take that last hit and go. And this is, again, the permanent press. You're just going to press with whatever you can until you get to the point where what's on the felt plus what's in your rack adds up to your goal. That's how it's going to be. We're going to go ahead and press all these guys up. That'll be 115 on the 5 and 9. And in here, these are going to go to 136. There we go. 136 on the 6 and 8. 115 on the 5 and 9. Here we go. Let's get it done. Hard 6. That'll do it for everybody. Okay. There's 35 for the ultimate inside strategy. That's going to be 25. There's 100. Plus that, plus what's out here. So there's 200 and 25. 256 bucks. So Waylon took a hit and battled back and got to our profit level. Okay, pretty good showing right there, right? The problem with that strategy, all that same betting at the low level, it takes forever to get. I had a monster roll there. Actually, I logged the 6 in. I had a monster roll, really, and it took him forever to get to the goal that we needed to get to because we weren't pressing in the inside. Here now, on this 6, okay. Again, we're at 136, so 100. Again, we'll break this down. 100. Let's see, 136 on the 6 of pace. So 90 pays 105, and then you've got. This is a pain in the ass to do this math. This is why I'm not a dealer yet, right? Let's do it like this. Let's do 120. I'm going to break this down like a kindergartner because I'm not good at math. So 120 and 18. That's how we're going to do it. So 120 pays 140. And the 18 pays 21. And that's how they get paid, okay? Let's bring his money down. Let's see where he ended up. Someday I'll have all that memorized, or all the keys that the dealers use, but I don't have that just yet. Getting these weird amounts, this is why Vince makes charts. All right, let's add it up. 5. Okay, there's 100 in reds. There's another nickel. All right, on the felt and in the rack, here's where we landed. That's going to be his starting bankroll. He's back to base. Actually, he's got. I probably could have got out of there one roll earlier. 600 and 623. So I probably could have got out of there one roll earlier. I could have got out. I was adding wrong, I guess, but he had, instead of 250, he made 600. So that's good. He got whacked, had to come way out there with a $300 rebuy after getting whacked. And a couple months later, he caught back up. So we did it. Both strategies worked twice. Luckily, we saw a loss to recover from. I'm happy to see that. So there we go. Yeah, James, I know, James, use the color method. You know what? I know. And when I practice it by myself, I can kind of do that. When I'm here dealing live, my brain goes to sleep and I just can't get it. And I'm talking to you all and I'm like, my brain's going to mush. So yeah, I'm sorry. That was super embarrassing. I would still tip the dealer even though it's his first day. Thanks, Midmo. Yo, whatever. There we go. So that's it. Let me go. Well, never mind that comment. What was the comment I just saw? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did bring it down. Okay, cool. Let me go back here to the main screen. Where am I at here? There we are. All right, we're back here again. Yeah, so Waylon's saying John's playing the ladder by not pressing, it will still win money. And again, I can't really see the chats from where I am. Should I be pressing you, Waylon? You're saying this is hard to watch. What's hard to watch? Is it hard to watch me trying to pay? What are you saying there? What did I get done? What did I get wrong? Cajun, John is playing a sample 110 side. I think I will. So on this one, Waylon, let me ask you a question here. So that 110, that collecting every single time, how would you have done it differently? Like, do you actually press those in there? Or what's the difference there? Because when I watch your videos, you're always collecting at the base level and you're just pressing and going on losses, right? So we had no losses today. What would you have done a little bit differently? You're saying you press out to moon, but when I watched your UIS video, you didn't press. So that's my question to you. And I know that we're behind, the chat is behind my voice. So what would you have played differently out there? I certainly would have pressed all that stuff as we're going along here for sure. But you're down there at that same bet level. So there it is. So just, what do you know? What are you doing every single time? That's what I want to know from you. Are you pressing on those wins? That was a nice roll, Louis. That was a great roll. That's a pretty good, I'm looking at the roll tracker here. I did make one mistake, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's an 11 roller in the middle there. That last roll was going on 7 after the 7. So it's good, right? I'm not discouraged at all, dude. I'm not discouraged even a little bit. I know that I suck at the math on that part. That's hard to do. That dealing is hard in the moment when you have all those weird sized bets, because normally we go from like 60 to 90 to 110. It's all even numbers. You start throwing out there $106 bets for the 6. You're like, what the hell does that pay? Like it's definitely not for the faint of heart to do that stuff. So, okay. So Waylon, I did screw you up then. You pressed 110 every win. All right. So that's my bad. My bad. I'm sorry about it. I didn't do that. I was just thinking, I guess, what strategy that was I doing then of yours that was just the same bet on all the insides? You have another one where you're just doing what I did today. So I should have been pressing you up every win. Sorry, man. That's, the only difference would have been you're working the come out, the other guy's not. All right, there it is. I'll do it again tomorrow. How about this? How about tomorrow? I'll run both of these again, and I'll do the UIS with the 110 press every time. Sound good? Just keep throwing it out there. Today, if I would have done it that way, holy crap, man, you would have won. You would have won $10,000 today with those rolls that I had out there. So Dice Degen is saying 110 to hit, go to 220, regress to 110. So you're just going up and down, up and down, up and down. That's the secret there. I'm looking at the chat. So I'm waiting for the chat. It's weird. There's a goofy delay there. So, yeah, I think that's right. I think you're right. I just misplayed Waylon's thing. Of course, I misplayed Waylon's thing, right? Poor Waylon, right? We do his strategies and we fuck them all up and take a hit there. So that was a good practice roll. That was a good roll this morning. Totally random, right? This morning, my first roll, the first 4 rolls of the Brian thing were not good, right? They were definitely 3 rolls and out, right? This one here actually went pretty good. You never know when you're rolling like that randomly. So all right, cool. It is past 9 o'clock. I got to go to work. So tomorrow I'll do this again. I like these 2 strategies, by the way. That's the way to play it. If I do Waylon's 110 inside, press and regress, press and regress, if that's the right rhythm for it, then I'll do that and we'll see how much different the rolls go out tomorrow. I like it when they lose like today because you got to see the recovery. It's not so much about does it win, because when you're coming out with a $10,000 bankroll, of course you're going to win. You're going to beat them with their own game, which is time and money. It's when you lose, right? How do they recover from the loss? I think is pretty fascinating. So, all right. Cool, man. Waylon, I love you too, man. I'm sorry I screwed you up today, but I'll do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do it, and I'll get the rhythm right, and that's it. So that's good. I got to go to work. Y'all have a great Monday, or a great Monday. God, it's Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday, hump day, and I will see you in the morning. I may actually roll tonight. I have a practice that I want to do tonight. I may film that, so we'll see you later on if I can. Anyway. Have a good day. Love y'all. God bless. And I'll see you in the morning. Bye.